Today we had decided to go to the zoo. We had met a guy from the hostel where we were staying at, and he said Chicago had one of the best zoos to offer. His name was Richard.
The zoo is located within a 6-mile, 1,200-acre green belt between the city and Lake Michigan. Lincoln Park began its existence as a city cemetery. In 1864, the City Council decided to turn the cemetery into a park. It is a free zoo, which is open year-round. What did you think then, Barry?
Not bad. It's always a bit sad seeing animals.
Yeah, I find it quite upsetting really, I am.
Just when they can't go outside in this weather. It seems to be doing a lot for observation. These lions are huge. Metro Golden Lions.
The zoo was founded in 1868 when the Lincoln Park Commissioners were given the gift of a pair of swans from the New York Central Park. They became their first occupants. This is Richard. He's been travelling on his own across America, and he was a big nature lover.
So tell me, Richard, what do you think of the park?
It's pretty good so far, especially the squirrels. Do you always do this?
Yeah?
You film it. I can understand why you got so much footage, you know? Just film everything.
I film everything and everyone.
How many tapes have you got?
I got about 8 up to now.
You probably need them.
I've only done 2 locations.
Richard found the squirrels just as fascinating as they found him. Maybe it was due to his similar colouring. The 35-acre zoo houses lions, apes, penguins and camels, totaling nearly 1,250 animals in replicated habitats. Lincoln Park Zoo is one of 2 zoos in Chicago, the other being Brookfield Zoo. However, Lincoln Park is the only one within the Chicago city limits and the only one with free admission.
2 sections of the Lincoln Park Zoo have been set aside for children. The first is a Pritzker Family Children's Zoo. The Children's Zoo contains an indoor structure for children to play in. People used to be able to pet the animals at the Children's Zoo, but in recent years this has stopped due to health concerns.
And that was Lincoln Park. Very nice.
Good morning. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. We've been woken by these 2 fabulous stories. And we want to show to you, the public, what we have to go through every single night. So if you're thinking about coming here to a youth hostel, take a look at that's just a brief glimpse of what they're like when they're in quiet mode. And believe us, we've tried to capture them the best we can. So thank yourself, Lucky. Okay? Good night.
The following day, while travelling across the Michigan Bridge to downtown Chicago, we came across an unusual sight. It looked to us to be a political statement. A local woman was protesting against the war in Iraq.
Destruction from our land. Terrorists are not heads of state. Ah! Terrorists are not heads of state. So, we can't do anything about terrorism. So he has to bomb Iraq for absolutely no reason. No reason has been brought.
Well, apparently we've just come across a protest from the woman in the front. I don't know if you can notice her, she's in black. She's protesting against the war in Iraq. And she's got together with some of the families. And she's taken some of the boots from a war museum. She's put them in a display here as a protest against George Bush invading Iraq. And she's quite emotional about it. I've tried to capture a bit of it, but I don't think you'll be able to hear what she's got to say. But I think it's her child, her son, that's been killed actually in the war, or the presumed war that's going on. So I thought you might just want to have a look about it, just to see that things actually go on in the city more than just celebrating tourists. It is actually quite moving, really. I thought you might like to have a quick look at the architecture. Obviously we've come this time of year and there seems to be an Albert Einstein exhibition on. It started on January the 19th, so hopefully we can get some stuff, but just for now, have a look at the front of the building. It's quite spectacular. The Chicago Field Museum was completed in 1920. It contains the biggest collection of artifacts in the world. But just remember this, only 1% of the museum's 20 million artifacts are on display at any one point. And apparently, it has a full-size dinosaur on display too. Here in the History Museum, it's got some great things here. One of the key things that is shown is this T-Rex in the background here. And they've named it Sue of all names to use, and it's like 42 feet in length. It's about 13 feet high. It's 67 million years ago. It's pretty impressive. They tried to reproduce it the best they could. It's pretty amazing. So have a look at it, see what you think.